What is up, everyone? My name is AkuAgu66, and I know I have been so inactive. I hate doing that, but ever since the last video I made, but hopefully I'll be able to upload some videos again. Eventually, I got a lot of stuff that are ready to be uploaded, but for now I wanna show off my Nintendo Game Boy Advance collection, and here is my Game Boy Advance SP. Mine was originally, my first one was in red, but because I constantly dropped it, and it ended up not working anymore because I constantly dropped the little shit, and my mom had to buy me another one. But the red one, originally my dad gave it to me when I was 4 years old, around back in April of 2001. I don't know when exactly the date that happened, but I wanted to somehow commemorate pretty much shit. I think I was probably like 4 years old when this happened, so I'm going to commemorate fucking 15-year anniversary of my gaming career. That's how my gaming history began. Well, technically, the very first gaming technology I got, or the gaming console I was somewhat introduced to, was the N64 and the original PlayStation. It was mostly my sister that played it mostly, but I did play a little bit when I was younger. I remember playing, like, from the N64, there was Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario 64, and Hey You Pikachu, and a few others like Diddy Kong Racing and why not. And for the PlayStation, there was Ape Escape, Spyro the Dragon, and Crash Team Racing, and I think the original Crash Bandicoot. Anyways, without further ado, here's my Game Boy Advance SP. This is I was kind of introduced with the original Game Boy Advance, but it was in pink, but it also was not mine, it was my sister's. And I have Pokemon Fire Red. Now, this is not the first Game Boy Advance game I ever owned. There's even a backstory how I got this game in particular. There was someone I used to know who also had the game, and I asked, hey, can I try it out? Can I try Pokemon? Because this is my first Pokemon game I ever played. And I've told a friend of mine this once, and the way I got the game, it was kind of bittersweet. Turns out that I lost my friend's copy. He didn't want to talk to me anymore. He hated me, and but eventually I bought my own copy, and so yeah. So you want to know what this is the sound of? That is the sound of a decent amount of collection. I think I have like possibly I have like over 40 games in total, physically and digitally when you count them together. Anyways, without further ado, let's really get started with the collection. So let me see, the freaking timer is this. Okay, 4 minutes. Anyways, first up we got Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow. There's a Xbox, there's an original Xbox counterpart for it, I believe, and I think the console version is slightly better. My sister has played the original Xbox version. I got the Game Boy Advance version because pretty much a neighbor of mine had given me a bag full of bunch of Game Boy Advance games, and you're gonna see more. You're gonna see more here in this video. The majority of the Game Boy Advance games that I got were pretty much given to me rather than me buying it myself. Next up, we got Super Mario Advance for Super Mario Bros. 3. This is the port version of the NES, and a fine good part is, I remember one time I went on a stage. I had 2-star cards. Every time you finish the stage, you had to hit the box and shows either the mushroom, the flower, and the star. I literally got my 3rd star matched up. It all matched up, and it was literally 0 seconds at the same time. This next one is not actually a game, but it's rather it's like it's called the Game Boy Advance video, and they have a couple of these, either based off of like different TV shows from different networks like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, or even a particular TV show packed into this. I'm surprised they don't do this for future generations anymore. It's funny because they only did this for the Game Boy Advance. But I think nowadays, like, if you buy an R4 and you download, I guess, movies or music, you can actually import the SD card in, and I guess you can watch and listen. You can watch movies and listen to music on the R4, which, by the way, I do. But I normally use it to download like Game Boy Color games, and also like be able to play some Japanese import games. Anyways, next up we have Disney Princess. Now, don't judge. I used to like the Disney Princess back then. Oh, actually, I used to watch a ton of Disney movies, but unfortunately, they were all pretty much in Spanish because my family, they wanted me to learn Spanish as my first language, but unfortunately, I speak English and I can only speak English. Aside from hola and adios and amigo. Shit. But it's a decent game, I guess, for little kids. Not really my style anymore. Next up we have Kirby in the Amazing Mirror. I remember got this either on my birthday or Christmas. I actually beat the game. I think I almost beat it 100%. There's just one particular area I haven't gone to, and I never did to this day. I don't know, I just forgot. Excuse me, by the way. Next up we have Cartoon Network Speedway. This is a cartoon racing game, and I think this was given to me by my sister when she used to play the Game Boy Advance, and it's okay. It's okay racing games. I'm generally not really good at racing games. Like normally I'm really good at video games. I don't mean to brag or anything, but although the genre that I really am shit at is racing games. Next up we have Atomic Betty, another licensed game besides Cartoon Network and Disney Princess. I actually beat this game, but in order to really progress through the game, you had to input passwords. You know, kind of like back in the old days. Some games are like that. They in order to save and progress with the game, you have to input like right combination of password. Here's another Game Boy Advance video. This is Pokemon this time, and it literally shows the name of the two episodes that are actually in this cartridge. I'm not sure how many volumes this one has in terms of the Pokemon. I haven't really researched much about it, but I do want to research eventually, because no one barely really mentions about the Game Boy Advance videos. Okay, next up we have Hey Arnold, the movie, the video game, because it's based off of the movie under the same name. And this game in particular, I have the shittiest times to try to start it up and whatnot. And whenever I try to take it out of my Game Boy Advance, it is so hard, and I think it's really like sticky and shit for some odd reason. This is the copy that I have that crashes literally the most, and it's not a fun experience. Okay, next up we have Alienators Evolution continues. I believe this is based off of a TV show. I never saw the TV show itself. I tried to look for it on YouTube, but when I did search for some, it said it was not available in my country. I don't know. So I play this. This is a shoot 'em up. This is a side-scrolling shoot 'em up platforming. I never beat the game. I think I forgot what was the objection to really do with the game. But yeah. I'm not sure if this show is either maybe available for UK or whatnot, because I never seen the TV show. Anyways, next up we have Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland, another Kirby game. I believe this is the third Game Boy Advance game I ever owned. I bought this at a I believe EB Games. I'm not sure if EB Games existed back in the day, but we went to a game store. It wasn't fucking GameStop. That I know definitely. And I remember after buying it, we went to a pizzeria and I literally started playing the game right away. This is actually a remake to the NES Kirby game called Kirby's Adventure. Fun fact there. Okay, next up, this was given to me by my cousin, I believe back in Puerto Rico. Crushed Baseball. This is a baseball game, and I believe I played only once or twice about it. This is another type of game that was given to me when I think a neighbor, and I think I passed some of these games that were also given to me as part of in a bag given to me by my neighbor. It's a baseball game, and I don't know what to say else about it. Next up, we have The Lord of the Rings, the Third Age. Back then I didn't know how to really progress through the game, and I haven't touched it ever since. But maybe I may be better with the game by age, because well, I'm 19 years old now, and I first got this, I believe I was 8 years old, I believe. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a better understanding knowing what's going on. Next up, we have The Hobbit. Well, I used to watch The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Literally, I believe these two they're part of like the same universe. I think The Hobbit goes first and then The Lord of the Rings, if I remember correctly. I used to watch the movies. With someone I used to know, but I haven't seen the person anymore. Next up, we have Pokemon Ruby version, and no, I did not scratch off the fucking stickers though. It looks really interesting to see what the game looked like in the inside. This and literally the hardware into it. And I don't know. It's really weird. When they do this. I bought this one used, I believe around $6. And I don't know what to say. Next up, we have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. This is the first Mystery Dungeon game I ever played, and I absolutely love it. I beat the game, and sad ending. But I'm pretty sure it all turned out great in the end. The post game is actually really interesting. Assuming if you get to reach to that point. Next up, we have another licensed game called Madagascar. Remember that movie? I used to watch the movie all the time when it with a bullet copy, but eventually I was able to watch the actual good quality after I think a few years later, literally. It has two other parts, like there's escaping Africa and I think Europe. I don't know. And then there's next up we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Battle Nexus. I believe I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I used to watch the show all the time. I believe I used to watch different versions of or different sagas of the shows or whatnot. Haven't watched it for a long ass time. But recently I watched some type of ghetto ass video of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was hilarious to me. Next up we have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. I used to play this a lot of the time, and I used to love playing skateboard. Real life, at one point I went to a carnival. I won a prize, and the prize was to have a skateboard, and I used to skateboard a lot. Wasn't really all that great. I wasn't all that good with it, but we gotten rid of it a long time ago, unfortunately. Would have been so nice if I learned to skateboard a little more. And next up we have Strawberry Shortcake Volume 1, I guess. I think there's I think maybe there's a volume 2, volume 3. I don't know how many volumes there is. It's Strawberry Shortcake. It's another Game Boy Advance video. You just watch. You don't actually play you don't play it like it's a game. Anyways, next up we have some I believe these are some of the Atari games back in the arcade. There's Breakout. There's Centipede, and Warlords, if I remember correctly. Excuse me, I'm sorry. My apologies for sounding a bit gassy. I just ate dinner, so just trying to let it out. Apologies in advance. Anyways, we got Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2. This is one of the first 2 ever Game Boy Advance game that was given to me. It was actually given to me by my dad. Another game that was given to me. There's another game that was given to me, and you will see it at the moment. But this is a really good port from the SNES. And I really recommend if you get. I recommend you get the original more. But if you feel like getting Super Mario World on the go, but also there's the original also available on the new Nintendo 3DS. If you have that, you can actually download it because the SNES games are only available on the new Nintendo 3DS, not any other. Next up, we have The Incredibles, based off of the movie under the same name, and I used to always enjoy watching the movie. I heard there was going to be a sequel, but I'm not sure when they're going to actually announce it. I think it's probably around next year, but it's a good fucking movie, and I recommend you watch the movie. The game I think it's pretty decent too, I guess. I don't know. A lot of licensed games, they tend to be really sucky. I'm actually speeding this through. This is actually my second take on this video. Anyways, we have the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, based off of the movie, and it was originally based off of the second book of the series. There's 7 books in total. This is the second one in the series, and there's 2 other ones that were from. There's the Prince Caspian and the Dawn of Voyage, which are the 4th and 5th of the book of the series, respectively. Yeah. Anyways, we got the VeggieTales, Larry Boy, and the Bad Apple. I used to watch a ton of the VeggieTale movies. I used to have the DVDs, and I think I still have them. There's a shitload of them on Netflix if you want to go and search. In case you don't know what it is, these are they're like veggie characters, and the VeggieTale franchise, they're based off of their VeggieTale characters, and some of the movies they're kind of like they're either based off like biblical reference or they're supposed to be based off like having like some type of moral, some shit like that. But Larry Boy and the Bad Apple, it was I think this was given to me by someone my mother used to know. And I don't remember who. Next up we have Fortress. This is supposed to be like a puzzle game, and I think it's supposed to be like a puzzling game. I used to play this a lot, but I don't remember how it plays. No, I'm dead serious. I don't remember. I haven't booted up some of these games in a long ass time to tell you what the fuck the genres or some of the genres of the games are. I'm trying to do my best here, you know. But at least I still own them, and from what I could tell, the last time, I think it was around a few months back, I checked some of them and they worked just fine. Unless like if they're like dirty as shit, I would have to clean it for them to work. Anyways, we got without me blabbering more, we got Pokemon Emerald, and look at the shiny shit. I'm not sure if you can see it through the camera, but you could see some of the glitter. I got this right after Fire Red, which is the remake of the Gen 1. This is I wanted to get Emerald, and I was so happy. Eventually I did get Ruby, which I showed you earlier. But I never owned the original Sapphire, which I had set this on my Alpha Sapphire walkthrough. If you guys watched that, I really enjoy playing this game, and I even learned about how a lot of Pokemon fans practically left the series after Gen 3 came around because of some of the problems. I'm not going to go over what they are because I would sound redundant because pretty much everyone else would say the fucking reasons. But when Emerald came around though, and Fire Emblem and Greenleaf, when those games came around, this did help a lot of people to complete the Pokédex because yeah. Anyways, we got Disney Princess Royal Adventure. This game used to have a special place in my heart just simply because the main protagonist has literally the same fucking name as mine, and that's just pretty much it. But I did like the ending music though. It's like an adventure game, I guess. Just a little simple adventure game. But the only issue you're gonna get is like backtrack. Like, if you don't like backtracking, you're probably not gonna like this game. But I mean, it's still pretty. And plus, like, it's kind of fucking girly. But I know a lot of people are not gonna fucking like it anyways because of how girly it is, and I most likely recommend it for children. Anyways, we got Yu-Gi-Oh! And yes, this was given to me by my cousin back in Puerto Rico. I think I played a little bit of this. Yeah, I played a little bit of it. My sister played a little bit too. She said she enjoyed it. So, I think I do want to get back into it and see, like, how to actually play Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, I know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! But I'm talking about this version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, in terms of the game. I know how to play the trading card game. I used to watch a shitload of Yu-Gi-Oh! The original GX, but I have not seen 5X though. So, but I am most likely familiar with both the original and GX. A lot of that episodes, and I know how it's fucking played. Anyways, we got Tom and Jerry: The Magic Rain, and this is based off of the movie that goes by the same name. That goes under the same name, and I believe, yeah, this game in particular was inside my sister's pink Game Boy Advance. I'm talking about the original Game Boy Advance. And I remember used to playing this, but it wasn't mine, so I didn't count it as my first. But by the time I think we were searching through old stuff, and I found the pink Game Boy Advance and the game itself, but I only kept the game. So yeah. By the way, I actually beat the game too. I think you pick between Tom or Jerry it's like an action adventure, like beat up shit. Anyways, next up we have Konami Collector's Series Arcade Advance. It's kind of self-explanatory. Some of the classic Konami games, and they're in here. I was like, holy shit, when I first played it. I forgot the names of some of the arcade games from the Konami, but I do remember Frogger. I remember Frogger, obviously, but I don't remember the names. I just remember the genres of each of the. One of them was like a plane simulator. The other was like a fighting. The other was like a shoot 'em up. The other shit was like a side-scroller, shoot 'em up. Pretty much. Anyways, next up we have Pac-Man Museum. Or Pac-Man Collection. Oh, shit. Why did I say museum? Well, anyways, I enjoy playing this a lot. I think this was given to me by someone relative to, I believe, someone I used to know. It was some kid. He gave it to me to keep. He said he didn't want it anymore. I get like extreme luck for shit like that. I don't know why. But in any cases, I'm not showing off the collection for I'm not trying to brag or say, oh, my collection is better than yours. I don't do that shit. I'm only doing it because, I was bored and I want to be able to show off. I thought it'd be entertaining for you guys to watch. Anyways, we have Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. And I mean, this is a really good platformer game. The reason why I'm literally gagging right now because seeing this game right now kind of fucking reminds me of there was a trailer of the Tom and Jerry there was a crossover of Tom and Jerry and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Search that up and you'll see the trailer. There's a lot of controversy. There's a lot of controversy. I mean, I haven't watched the actual movie, and I'm not even sure if it's actually released or not for me to be able to watch it. But it's a decent game, and I believe it's also I also beat the game. Yeah, I think that's what I was gonna fucking say. I think I mean, like, this is supposed to be like a reimagining of the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Anyways, next up we have cats, and that's pretty much it. You take care of cats. It's made by Ubisoft. So what else am I gonna say? Let me search what else is in here. Hold on, that's Game Boy game, or I think it's Game Boy Color. No, it's just original Game Boy. It's just color. Anyways, next up we have Sonic Advance 2. Now this one I have to say a story. It's a short story, don't worry. Long story short, my aunt used to play video games a lot, and she had a couple of Game Boy Advance games herself. She was a teenager when I was younger, and this was one of her games. There was also The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past for the GBA, and I think she also got the original Legend of Zelda game. I don't know, I could be wrong on that. And there was also Bubble Bobble Old and New, but somehow throughout the years, we lost those games, and this was the only one I found. And I did some research, and I think out of the Sonic Advance games, this one is probably the best one, I believe. I mean, I can't say for sure because I haven't played 1 or 3, so I want to be able to play both or get both in order to make a full opinion about it. Anyways, we have Pokemon Leaf Green, just like I have Pokemon Fire and Red, but I actually bought this at the same time as I bought Pokemon Ruby. It's just another version. I don't want to waste any more time. I think I have a few more games to go. Sorry guys, I'm trying to see if I have any more games to show off. Unfortunately, there's 2 more to go. In terms of physical, and then we're gonna have for the digitals. Anyways, we have Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories. This is the original Kingdom Hearts. Sorry if I zoomed in too much on it, but yeah, here you go. This played a bit different. The graphics is this one's more cartoony. I think it was just made to be that way, but a lot of people would say they would recommend the HD versions of those, and I guess I kind of agree to it. But I did play a little bit of it, and I did enjoy it. Last but not least, we have Namco Museum. This is what it got me into playing arcade games in the first place. And it's amazing too that I actually got literally a couple of arcade games on the GBA just so I can play on the go. But Namco Museum, I actually like the Namco games, like Galaga, Pac-Man. Unfortunately, this one has Mrs. Pac-Man, but thankfully this has the original Pac-Man, not fucking Mrs. Pac-Man. I just wanted the nostalgia. I'm not being sexist. I'm just I just like the nostalgia. It's just the nostalgic factor into it. But this one has Galaga, Dig Dug, Race Rally, and some of the classics there. Anyways, this is pretty much all of my GBA games, and yeah, it's pretty much every single one of them right here. Now I'm gonna stop here, and I'm going to show off my digital copies on my Wii U. So be right back. Wait, I messed up. No, seriously, this is the last game to show off, and that is Mega Man Battle Network Side Beast Bowser. This was given to me by my cousin on my dad's side back in New Jersey, and I never even played it yet. I have not had any experience of the Mega Man Battle Network. I have played the original Mega Man series, but not this, unfortunately. So, no, seriously, yeah, I'm gonna show off my digital games right now. Okay, guys, I am back. This may not be much, but these are my digital Game Boy Advance games. These are the digital from my Wii U Virtual Console, and I am happy to own some of these, even though actually the majority of them I have purchased recently. So most of them I have not played yet, but I'm going to give you the quick detour for these games. So first up, we have Advance Wars. It's a really fantastic tactical RPG. I think because of this game, it's one of the reasons why the rest of the Fire Emblem games were able to be released in America. So there's that, besides Melee, because that was also a reason. Next up, we have Klonoa, Empire of Dreams. This is the only Klonoa game I ever have. I wish I can play Klonoa on the Wii or like on the original PlayStation. I also I have played the Japanese exclusive one that never came out of Japan. I think it's called Klonoa Heroes. Anyways, move on. We have Wario Land 4. I am happy to own this game, even though it's in digital. I actually have Wario Land 1 through 3, so it's nice to actually own this copy or own this game. Next up, we have Mario Tennis Power Tour. This is literally my favorite Mario Tennis. This game I have a backstory about. Basically, back in elementary school, it was a day of a track and field, or I think it was like we went to a park. It was a field trip. We went to the park. We were doing different like Olympic games and all that shit. I was able to win some medals after that. Anyways, I used to have a friend. She used to have Mario Tennis, and because of how fun the game was, we ended up going home early. Everyone went home early. We didn't even bother to go back to school because it was raining. It was raining so hard. We decided to go home early. It was also like a picnic trip kind of. But anyways, she forgot her Game Boy Advance along with this game, and I took it home with me, and I used to play the living shit out of it for 2 months before we had to literally give it back. And now it has returned in my life. I have beat the game before, and I'm happy to own it again. It's back to my life. Next up, this is a game I never thought that I would purchase, but this is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I heard many great things, especially from my friends. I have a friend of mine. His name is PureHeart1777. He's currently Let's Playing on the game. He's doing 100% on it, and he told me how good this game is, so I decided to just download it. Next up, we have Drill Dozer. This is the one with the special looking game cartridge when you buy the physical copy for it. And I heard about how good this game is, and so I decided, hey, why not? I'll just get it. Then there's Mr. Driller 2. I have Mr. Driller Drill Spirits on the Nintendo DS, so I thought of getting that because of it. Next up, we have WarioWare Inc. Mega Micro Games. I love the WarioWare series. They're really good in terms of the compilations. But of course, the Wario Land games are fantastic, and I think those series is completely overshadowed by the WarioWare. I wish the series would have more love. Anyways, because I have WarioWare Touch and WarioWare DIY, and we also have WarioWare Inc. Mega Party games. I think it was for the GameCube. I think we still have it. So yeah, I haven't touched this yet, but I can't wait to play it. Then we got Pocky and Rocky with Becky. This is a sequel to Pocky and Rocky for the Super Nintendo, which is also available for the Virtual Console. I should download that eventually, just for the sake of collecting, and also want to start playing it. And last but not least, we have one of the best RPGs for the Game Boy Advance, and that's Golden Sun. I don't have Golden Sun: The Lost Age. So far this is the only Golden Sun I've got. I haven't gotten the second game, even though it's also available at the eShop. I do want to give this a try. I heard many good things about it. I heard the DS version is not all that great, but this one is definitely the best. And I'm not sure about the Lost Age. I haven't take a look at the review. I'm not sure if it's better than this one or this one is better. I'm not sure. So anyways, guys, that's it. This is my entire GBA game collection, and I hope you guys did enjoy watching. Even though I probably may sound a bit too obnoxious, it was literally the first time when I remember the time where I got my own Game Boy Advance. I remember how it was my dad. He gave it to me, and along with 2 games, and I used to have fun and all, and I remember all the good times. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and DeviantArt, and don't forget to contact me on Skype if you want to become friends with me. And I will see you. Goodbye.